Hello, everyone. I'm Chris McMillon. I'm here with Walter Chan, high ticket closer. Walter is in Taiwan. Walter, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Yes, how are you, Chris?
I'm fine. I'm fine. So it's 8:20 in the evening here in Texas. What time is it in Taipei?
It's actually 9:20 a.m. in the morning, and it's Labor Day.
Yep, yep. That's true. You've got it's May
Yeah,
1st
no
for you.
holiday.
Yeah, not quite May 1st for us yet. So, Walter, you have been part of the Autonomy Season 1 class. You're one of the handful of high ticket closers on the course. So, tell me, how did you become a high ticket closer, and how has your experience been with that so far?
Actually, I joined high ticket closing in earlier this year, and on that I met Richard Grove, and I was he talked about autonomy, and I meant about life in because I felt that we are in the same level, like in the school system, the government, stuff like that, you know, because I did wanted a couple of years back we wanted to do homeschooling in Taiwan, and there are ways to do homeschooling, but it's not so easy because later on we have to get the kids to get into the system. So later on we just forget about it and we just let the kids join the public school system. And with the autonomy is like it's has the same you know principles or thoughts that I have, what I agree with, that I feel are what's happening, the conspiracies theories and stuff like that. So it's really awesome to be part of autonomy too.
Um, how long have you been? How long has it been since you finished the high ticket closing course?
uh it's about 2 months now.
Okay.
Here, I actually just got my from the mail this week.
Oh, they give you a little certificate.
I got my Yeah, I got my certificate. See.
Well, congratulations, man. Yeah, yeah. What was the most difficult thing about achieving this? What was the biggest
See.
challenge you found during the high ticket closing course?
Actually, it's more self, the self being procrastination, stuff like that, because they have some assignments that you need to do, like making a video, making uh, things to like write down, and you have to really spend some time doing it. So it's basically not really hard. It's just upon you to do it if you're gonna take action. But the thing is, like now with the internet and everything, so many distractions, so many things to do, and I have two kids, so that's all excuses. But at the end of the day, it's how you focus on it.
How old are your kids?
13 and 9.
And so, what is the legality of homeschooling in Taiwan at the moment?
As I know, they could start like we could do homeschooling like in grade school, high school, but in college, I'm not sure. And what happened is you have to the government has some guidelines on it, and what hap you have to give tests I think at the end, and to let them know what you're doing. You have to give reports of what's happening. So I think it was kind of a hassle, so we just didn't go for it.
Yeah, so there was a lot of control mechanisms in place that, okay, very interesting. Um, where did you go? Are you from Taipei?
Taipei, yeah, I'm near Taipei 101, about 4 kilometers.
Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, so how was your trip to Korea? What were you up to in Korea last week? Or was it 2 weeks ago?
Oh, I just came back last night from Korea. I went there on Sunday night and back Tuesday evening. It was 3-day event about cryptocurrency, blockchain event. So it's called Blockchain Investor Summit, where a lot of investors and companies talking about blockchain and things like that. Yeah. So you were in and out. So your question was, how was the Korean event? Was it?
Yeah, exactly. What were you doing in Korea? Yeah. Which cryptocurrency
Okay.
do you prefer? Do you have a favorite cryptocurrency that you use?
At the end of the day, it's Bitcoin. But as for now, I've been doing cryptocurrency for 4 years now. But if you want to have like higher ROI, it would be the altcoins. So it would be like the XRP, the ZRX, all these other coins, which are low price now. And the thing is, with the different cryptocurrencies we have, it's very hard to really see how the price is going. But basically, most people just follow the TA, technical analysis. So the coins that I like is like I have more than 20 different coins. So I have to check my portfolio. What coins I have? A lot. Wait a minute. Let me check now.
What about
Where is that?
mining? Have you done much mining, or is that worth the effort? Would you recommend to anyone to do Bitcoin mining?
Yeah, I did mining for a couple of years. I already stopped early this year in January because it's not worth it because of the electricity cost.
Yeah.
So if your electricity cost is at 0.05 US dollars, then maybe you could do mining. Because in my side here is about 0.1, like 10 cents.
Yeah.
So it's not worth the electricity to pay because I don't have much cash on me, so I can't just leave it to mine all day because you have to pay the monthly electric bill. So that's why I'm not mining anymore because it's expensive.
Very interesting. Yeah. What about cash in Taiwan? You probably are aware that there's a war on cash in the world. How is cash in Taiwan? Is it still free flowing, or are they tightening up on it like they are in most countries, like they did in India, and obviously there are measures taken in the USA as well. Europe, I remember they stopped making it legal to make a purchase of, I think it was about $6,000, 6,000 euros in cash. Anything more than that had to be another method. What's the situation like there in Taiwan for that?
For example, like as I know, they're doing controls in limiting travelers coming in with NT dollars and going out with NT dollars. For example, I've checked like if you're gonna come in with more than 100,000 NT dollars, you have to make a declaration. $100,000 or foreign currencies over 10,000 US dollars or Chinese currency of $20,000. You have to make a declaration with the government. If you don't make a declaration and they found that you have this money, they will confiscate the money that you have carried. If you're carrying like more than 10,000 US dollars and you didn't declare,
Yeah.
they found out that you did, they'll just give you back 10,000 and the rest they'll confiscate. So I think early the other year I was having some guests from Korea and other countries to change Bitcoin to US to get Bitcoins from me, and they bring like 20,000, 30,000 US dollars. So if you're gonna bring that, they came like 2 people, so they could bring 20,000 US dollars. So yeah, so those are some money laundering controls they're doing, because each country they don't want their fiat money to be going out of the country, right?
Yeah, that's disgusting, but you know, awareness, I suppose, is the first step. And more importantly, is to be aware of why this is all happening. It's all about control. And that's why the war on cash, they're fighting for a cashless society, because, the credit cards and the debit cards can all be controlled by the banks. It's a very interesting topic for me, especially when they did away with cash in India. I think it was the year before last. And from what I understand, it was quite detrimental to a lot of the poorer people. But yeah, it's an interesting topic. So, Walter, what about
Wow.
how are you finding autonomy so far? What are there any skills that you have improved upon that you weren't so refined in before? How have you been finding the autonomy season 1 class for you?
It's really good. Like I'm still listening to it, so it's really good and like open, open up some new ideas, like get more information. And also the great thing about autonomy is about the chat. Also talking directly with Richard and the people there, and also sharing experiences and learning. Like last time, I was talking in the group about my like doing marketing, because right now I'm working for my company as a global marketing manager. So I'm expanding the company's reach to other countries. So that's why I was in Korea. Then next time probably expand to Japan, Indonesia, Thailand, all these countries. So I'll be maybe probably I plan to travel these countries to get local people to understand the market. So I was like example was like telling in the autonomy group about how to expand in the US too, and he gave me some pointers directly. It was really awesome. It's just on the spot, very good
Yeah,
advice.
yeah,
So autonomy is a real live and interactive and fast, information hub, as you would say.
exactly. Yeah, it's mind blowing, really. So, Walter, any travel
Yeah.
plans to the USA anytime soon?
Um, there's a if you know there's like a cryptocurrency consensus. It's called consensus in New York City in I think it's May,
Okay.
and I was just thinking whether to go or not because you know you from Asia to the US there's gonna be a big headache. There's jet lag problem. I don't know if you know that because you haven't been to, I don't know if you've been to Asia, but once you have the time difference of more than 12 hours, you'll have a real bad headache. So
Oh,
the consensus will be in May
so
13. Yeah.
yeah, which is no more than 8 or 9 hours at the most.
Yeah.
So what is it?
So
It's a
if
consensus.
it's more than 12
Understand
hours,
what
yeah.
is it in New York City? Consensus. What did you say?
Yeah. Consensus. CONSENSUS.
Okay. And what?
So it's a big blockchain event in New York City, and it's one of the biggest, and it costs like 2 grand to get the VIP pass in there. Very expensive.
So what
Yeah.
what are the factors in your decision making? Do you have a process of making decisions, or you just flip a coin?
Um, is of course we have to think because I'm working for a cryptocurrency exchange. So I was just thinking like we should have made a booth in consensus, like buy a booth there and put our brand there. That would be better than just me going there and meeting people and having meetings
Yeah.
and checking the area. Because what happened is if you put a booth there, it'll really like the media marketing exposure would be better.
And sorry,
So
but when you say
yeah.
who are you referring to? Would you be going with some of your colleagues then to get a booth set up?
If it's a booth setup, there's like we have an office in Silicon Valley
Okay.
near Stanford, where our office is there. We have people there. It's either I could ask them to just go there to New York City because they went to New York City consensus last year. They were there. So this year we didn't do any booths or probably I'll ask to have a booth next year then
Okay.
because it's a real big blockchain event because there are the big media companies like CoinDesk and like it's one of the biggest media companies for blockchain.
I've got a coin here. If you want, we can decide right now. We can flip the coin and decide, make your decision whether you go to New York City in May or not. What do you say? Yeah? Should I flip it?
You flip that and I have to ask my boss about. I have to talk. Yeah, that's good.
Look, if
I'm
you
thinking.
New York in May, why don't you come to Red Pill in June and meet all of us?
Oh yeah, I was talking about to Richard about it, like talking about cryptocurrency and stuff, how to get bigger exposure in the US. And he was saying about Red Pill, and like sponsoring it probably and joining it. And I was thinking about that also. And actually, my colleague in the US in Silicon Valley, he did also kind of like propose Red Pill to my colleague, to my management about it. So probably, yeah, Red Pill is another option. So it's Red Pill or consensus. So I have to think of what are the benefits of going there, and I have to like talk to management about it, and yeah, to see if we should really just go for it.
Well, you would definitely get to see and probably meet a lot of heavy influencers in the freedom movement, if that's what you call it, the truth movement. It's going to be interesting, particularly Robert Kiyosaki, who will be there, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. He's going to be speaking. Yeah, that would be, and Cynthia McKinney, the former congresswoman, G.W. Griffin, the famous journalist and writer and researcher. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah. But
wow, really?
Oh yeah. Robert Kiyosaki's probably, and G.W. Griffin are probably the top speakers. Also, Cynthia McKinney, Dale Bigtree, Zach Bush will be speaking as well. He's a medical doctor. So, but yeah, Kiyosaki. If you're a fan of Kiyosaki, he'll be there.
Yeah.
In fact, we interviewed him about 3 or 4 days ago as a preliminary interview in the build up to Red Pill. He said it went well. I thought it went very well. Yeah. So we're looking forward to it. I do hope. Yeah, it would be cool if you could come out, meet all of us.
Yeah, I should. So you're going to the Red Pill?
I am. Yeah.
Expo.
Yeah, it's June.
Man, I should go there then.
Yeah, June 6th, 7th, and 8th that weekend in Hartford, Connecticut. So I think some people are going to get the bus from New York City. Logistically, I'm not sure. I'm the last person you want to ask, but I know that you can either fly directly to Hartford or get a bus from New York City. I don't know. There's a lot of options.
Yeah, I know. But as I know, like you said, like I was just reading, like Robert Kiyosaki says there's 3 kinds of money, right? Did you read that?
From what I gather,
Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, there's money invested. Tell me the 3 kinds of money according to Kiyosaki, because I'm not sure. I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, because Robert Kiyosaki just said there's 3 kinds of money. Is like God's money, government money, and people's money.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was going to be something
So
funny like that. Yeah. Very good.
so yeah, so you would say like people's money. What is crypto money? So it's cryptocurrency. Government money is what? Fiat.
Yeah, fiat currency.
So
It's empty money.
yeah, so he's talking about cryptocurrency is people's money. So it's a big fan of cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. So I think we should go there because, but I'm not sure about the other guys. Are they like keen? Like you said Edward Griffin, Zach Bush.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
they like keen on cryptocurrency?
I
Probably
don't
all are, right?
I have no idea what Edward Griffin thinks of cryptocurrency. I would very much like to ask him, and maybe we'll get the chance because
Yeah.
he wrote the book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. I got it right here about
Wow, you got the book, huh?
it's about the Federal Reserve System, the whole history of how it started. I had the pleasure of visiting Jekyll Island last summer. It's in Georgia, and it's actually a very beautiful place. It's a state park, and they do have the big mansion there. They called it the Millionaires Club, and of course, there was a plaque there that giving a
Wow.
brief history of the Millionaires Club, but they very much watered down, if mentioned at all, the actual historical significance of Jekyll Island and basically how that meeting in 1913, which you could argue was really, honestly, the beginning of the enslavement of the country, if not humanity, once the private Federal Reserve Bank was started up in secret. But anyway, it's a beautiful place. If you ever get to Georgia as a state park alone, just amazingly very nice. Had beaches, a small little village there, amazing trees. So
Wow.
that just
So
happened.
I have no idea about like the Jekyll Island is like, but is it open to the public now? It's like,
Yeah, it's a
or
state
it's
park.
public?
I think we paid about maybe $10, $15 for the car, the four of us, and you had access to everything all day. We walked around. There's restaurants, bars, cafes. Um, yeah, it's different
And
parts
the
of.
chapel, like Faith Chapel stuff. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, Faith Chapel. There's a chapel there.
Yeah. A lot of historical buildings that predate even the Millionaires Club. The original building that the man who first settled there, it was a very interesting story, and he built a farm there, and it built up from there. Yeah, definitely worth a visit.
Wow.
Very good, Walter.
Yeah, man.
Any final thoughts then before we wrap up?
Oh, I'm just checking out, like, I already checked before Red Pill Expo. I thought about it because I'm also following like Jeff Berwick, the Dollar Vigilante.
Yeah, Jeff Berg
I'm
will
one of his
be as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I've been following him for more than 2 years, I think, or 3 years.
I like his series. Do you watch his series, Anarchast?
Yeah, not really. I keep like every year he has Anarchapulco and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really more on the U.S. market and all this stuff and about cryptocurrency and all these things. I've even subscribed to his, newsletters. I've joined his, his
Well, if you
his
get
website before.
definitely, if you get to Red Pill, you should make him a list of your priorities to meet. I'm sure if you decide to come, if you're part of the Autonomy,
Yeah.
you're part of the Autonomy Season 1 group, you definitely will get
Yes.
to probably meet many of the speakers.
Yeah, definitely. I should go there also to meet Richard Grove, right?
Yep.
Tragedy and hope speaker.
And you might get to
Man,
meet
that'll be great.
McMillon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Chris Millen, was it?
Yeah, Chris McMillon. Yeah, he's probably going to be
Yeah, man,
the person there at Red Pill.
that'll be awesome, man. Okay, I have to think of a way how to pitch red pill then to my management so I could fly over. I just worry because last time I was pitching consensus to my boss and say, "Oh, just send the guy in the U.S. to go there." But I want to go, man. I was thinking like, what? I want to go, man. Okay, I was like, okay, but yeah, I'll just talk about management. Say, but Red Pill is very open to cryptocurrency and maybe try to sponsor it and stuff. That'll be good.
Well, we've still got
All
a
right.
month, just over a month to think about it and plan. So cool. All right, very good.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but a bit worried about like if we like, um, the like it's gonna be like really about freedom and yeah, getting out of the matrix and
Or at least
that's the way it is. Anyway,
raising awareness of the historical and current truths that are being held from people by the education system and the mainstream media in and in combination of all of that, those factors. Yeah. Well, cool, Walter. I appreciate you.
yeah, knowing that,
Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, just like we should know that we're being indoctrinated to be employees, something like that.
Absolutely. If we learn nothing else from Robert Kiyosaki, that's the lesson to take away. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thank
Well,
you very much.
I appreciate you taking the time this morning, especially on your day off. And yeah, we'll be talking again soon, Walter.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So, is a holiday there tomorrow?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Have a good Labor Day, man.
Yeah.